Howdy folks, this is a weekend shave with a DE razor. This is patterned after a vintage razor, Prismatic by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and yeah, I think you can be able to see he's got his got it engraved right there on the end of the handle. This is a very unique looking razor, as you can tell by the cap. Decided to do a video on this one here. The idea behind me getting this particular razor is that the way it's designed to allow the soap to pass through on the top cap, leaving more soap on the face. Sounded pretty good to me. Thought I'd give it a try, see how it works out. Soap of the day, Jeeves of Hudson Street, Cherry Blossom. I got it in the puck form, and it is in an Old Spice mug, and already got some of it whipped up with a Vie Long horsehair. And if you're kind of wondering about the depth, that's about all the deeper it sits in there, so when you're in there trying to whip up your lather, the side of your brush is not, how you say, tinging or banging on the side, making that noise that might bother some folks. The aftershave today is going to be Vie Long, Clubman Musk, and yes, I do have the alum block with the trusty rubber band on there, and my beard balm. And if you haven't seen one of my videos before that has this, that's the consistency right there. It's a kind of a neutral, almost white color. And witch hazel, Humphrey's. Alright, I've already put a hot towel to the face and took some of that bloom water and put it to the face. I'll go ahead and re-wet the face here. It's my usual routine right now. It might change up later on. Just depends on how things progress. You know, the more times you shave and your technique either gets better and or changes, it evolves. You've learned that a new routine works better for you. And or it's just also because your technique has improved, so your routine may change. This brush is pretty well loaded with lather. As you can kind of tell, it's just full of it. I bought this soap because it did come in puck form, because I did want to put it in some of my mugs. All of, right now at least, all the soap that I have from Jeeves of Hudson Street came in puck form to put in my Old Spice mugs. This is good stuff, by the way. Lathers up pretty easy. You see it's, yeah, it looks good. I have not used this razor before, so I do not know what the angle is supposed to be. Going to figure it out today. I don't know if I showed it or not. Yeah, that's how it looks. Very low profile, very thin compared to a lot of other razors. Does still have a little bit of an overhang there, but for me that's a non-issue since I don't get close to the nose with it. It does have feedback. I enjoy the feedback, at least for me, I do. Feels pretty nice. Oh, the blade that I'm using today, this will be the second use on this blade. It's a Schick Krona. It's a very efficient blade. In my opinion, the Schick Krona definitely compares to, I guess you might say, the blades of the day. To me, this is a very well-made blade. It has got me to the point where I'm seriously thinking about hunting down several of these Schick blades, the new old stock. Use these sparingly because I've only got one of these left. Not that I had that many to start with, but it came with one of my vintage razors that I got through Etsy. If you're wondering about the weight of this razor, if I've been thinking ahead of time, I'd got one of my other razors show you the handle is not very long, it's kind of short. For me, with the size of my hand, it makes it easy for me to put my pinky right up underneath the end of it. Easy to maneuver with. It does not weigh very much, it's fairly light. It's not a heavyweight by any means. So if you're preferring a heavier razor, it will be, you may have a little bit of a learning curve to learn how to shave with the lighter razor, or you may not like it at all because it is light. I do prefer a heavier razor, but I do have lighter ones. Like I've said in some other videos, I want the experience. I want to be able to find out for myself, whether or not is that something I can learn to use, that I'll then find out that I do enjoy using a razor that is just that light, and find out for myself, I guess, if you will. So far, unless I get a different angle, I may have to shave with a few more times. Not really experiencing a whole lot of the soap getting on by. It's taking the whiskers off pretty well. It's having no problems. I'm going to go across the green. One of the things I do like about this razor is that you do get a lot of feedback. What I refer to as sayings. I have hair right through here. It grows every which direction. Reason why with a shavette, I usually just do it like a two-pass shave. Or 2.5, because it usually catches most of the hair. And there is enough slickness on the soap, you can tell you can go back over the spots pretty easy. And of course, with this style, this particular razor, you can feel it's leaving some behind. It's nice, especially if you're used to buffering. I think I will, after the turn of the year, I think I want to shave with this one a few more times. I guess you might say on a weekly basis to get a good feel for it. And I don't know, around the turn of the year I might decide to shave a whole week with it. I could stop. Yeah, I could stop right there if I wanted to. Yeah, I could. This is a nice razor. The reason why I picked this one over the, he has a, Douglas has got a double open comb, and trust me, it was hard not to get it because I really like the looks of it. But I thought I would wait a while, and just based on what I'm experiencing right now, kind of glad I did, because I probably wouldn't have got this one. But that double open comb razor is a good looking razor. If you're looking for a razor that looks unique, different than all the rest, this Prismatic and that double open comb, the DOC, both of those razors are very unique looking. And that handle he had out briefly with the purple tip handle, that would help add to the uniqueness of the look. This is really creamy. I've always liked this soap, so that's the reason why I got so many of them. I think I got 4 or 5 of them. This one here would be against the grain. Yeah, you can tell it is leaving some behind. Some is easier to see than other strokes. I can definitely feel it though. You can kind of tell. No issues with clogging up. It's got a pretty good blade gap that allows enough to pass through where it doesn't get clogged up. It's kind of sort of becoming close to one of my top favorites already. I like the way it shaves. In some ways it does remind me of the Schick Krona. It's that razor that it reminds me of this one. The two are very close to being alike. They shave very well. I guess if a person really gives it just a little bit of thought. A lot of the modern day razors are patterned off the vintage ones. Might want to think about that a moment when you're trying to decide on what razor you want to get. To me, it's I like the modern ones. They got some nice looking ones. But to think that those old razors are still out there being shaved with, being used on a regular basis. That's what the head looks like. Awesome razor. I really like it. Glad I got it. And it's not even an expensive razor. It's, I think, right around the $25 mark. That's a pretty inexpensive razor. Yeah, this was a nice shave today. I don't think the alum block's going to find much trouble with the performance of the shave. Alright, go ahead and get the alum block here. My usual spots, and I'm not sure exactly how. Sometimes it shows up more so than others about how I get red down through here, and it's just a natural thing with me. Of course, the shirt helps out a lot, doesn't it? Bring out the red. Yes, here locally, both the, I guess you might say the two, TU Tulsa University is I guess still considered a mid-major team, and of course they played Navy, but OSU and OU also played, and both those teams won theirs, and I didn't catch the final score of TU's game. I'm going to go ahead with the witch hazel now. Red is one of my colors anyway, because I'm also a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so yeah, red is one of my colors. And yeah, like I say, the local teams, in other words, if I was to move, I'd always support the local teams. Just seems like the thing to do. But one of my favorite teams, though, is I enjoy watching USC, because it dates back from being young and only getting about 3 channels on the TV with over-the-air antenna. And believe it or not, most of the time when I was watching college football, a lot of times that's who was on. And I just kind of grew to like them, win or lose. Alright, going to go back over, well, almost. I'm going to go ahead and put on my aftershave. I know some people don't particularly care for the classic scents, but to me, I guess maybe it has a lot to do with my age and some of the memories that it brings back from what I remember seeing in the way of commercials, what I remember seeing used. Being in the, my dad was in the Air Force, and so from time to time the haircuts would be coming from a barber there on base. And just remember the scents when you just walk in, and the smells that you would experience, the aroma of the barber shop. Just things I remember as I was growing up. Reason why I gravitate to sometimes stuff like this. I like the smell. So once again, today I shaved was with the Prismatic from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Nice razor, especially for $25. Darn, that's a bargain. Jeeves of Hudson Street was whipped up with a Vie Long horsehair brush here in the Old Spice shaving mug. And this is what the packaging looked like when I got it. Held on to it. My alum block, complete with the rubber band. And of course my witch hazel. And now that I've got to the end of this, and oh yeah, of course I'll be using this off camera, I wanted to show this bowl that I got from the distinctive goat. I've had my eye on a bowl like this for quite some time, and was unsure of getting a bowl that was made out of wood. And this time, just because of I like the color coordination of it and the grooves inside of it, decided to go ahead and get one, and going to learn how to take care of this probably more off camera before I show it on camera. In other words, I want to get the hang of how to take care of this thing. Anyhow, this is what the bowl looks like. And here's what the center looks like. I don't know if I can get the light to shine in there just right where you can see how those grooves are. And I'm going going to work with it today to see if I can figure out how this lathers up. And there's something to me personally, that that I value, that I feel like is important, and this is what's on the bottom of it. And to me, I like that. That's important. I like to see that on the bottom of a bowl. So in other words, if I was to get a ceramic one that was handmade, I'd like to see stuff like that on the bottom of it. For me, for years down the road, it'll be unique memorabilia, I guess you might say. At any rate, everybody stay safe and smooth shaves until next time.